Well, joining us now is Harford County Sheriff Jeff Gahler, whose department in Maryland released those new sketches. Sheriff, so great to talk to you again. At this point in the investigation, it's now been months since her body was discovered. Why these new sketches now?
Well, last week, sadly, we marked the 6-month anniversary since Rachel's homicide. And investigators we're still following the leads, but obviously over the course of 6 months, the leads have slowed down. So investigators are working back through every lead, every piece of information, every investigative lead that we can to date. And one of the things are what is it that we've kind of held close to our vest for investigative purposes that maybe we can put out there. We released a couple additional pieces of information related to it, but the big thing was the composite. And from early on, people asked us about why there wasn't a composite. Several have been worked on, but at no point in time did we have one where the people who were involved in the incident in Los Angeles 6 months earlier and the people, witnesses that we have here in Harford County who saw a suspicious subject in the days and hours leading up to Rachel's death along the hiking trail all look at the sketch that we have completed now and say that it is a very good rendering, a accurate rendering of our suspect. So obviously that's the best piece that we've had to push forward since the video. A lot of people have asked why we don't release the video of him coming into the house and showing the front view. It's because there is not one that we have. So this sketch hopefully will be the trigger we need, and that hat I think is key. That is the Air Jordan hat that he had on in Los Angeles in March of last year when he committed the home invasion there and the violence there. And it was recovered and the DNA was pulled from it.
You know, and Sheriff, I do want to talk about that video of that assault in California. If we can roll that, because we have these new sketches that your department has released. We know the suspect is linked to a sexual assault in California, but let's take a look at this video. So we see this suspect leave the house. The door was open for a moment, and then it closes. Have investigators in California been able to provide any new information?
And our investigators have been working closely with the investigators out there in Los Angeles. I have to be clear that is their crime. It's an active investigation. And I don't believe anywhere in any of the releases so far that it's been classified as anything other than assault. So, a lot of people are asking, was there a sexual assault? I know we haven't released any information one way or the other here in Harford County, and I don't believe they have either. But there was an assault within that residence of multiple people by that individual. And there were several people in that house at the time of the assault. And again, with the composite, although you don't get a good look at him coming out the door, those witnesses have looked at the image we've released and said it is an accurate portrayal of the person who committed the home invasion there.
You know, and people certainly are innocent until proven guilty, but many times when a woman is murdered, immediately fingers point at a boyfriend, a husband, a loved one. We know that her boyfriend does have some criminal history. Has Rachel's boyfriend been fully cleared?
Well, I've said investigators are not focused on him. That this DNA ties that subject directly to Rachel's homicide. That's who we're looking for. That he was involved in her death. Will we ever know without apprehending him if others were involved? I don't want to say anyone is excluded completely until we have that individual in custody and we've had an opportunity to talk to him and he faces a criminal justice system. But again, her boyfriend, has cooperated fully with this investigation, has given, stories that have been verified. So again, I wouldn't list him as even a potential suspect at this time, but I'm not willing to say anybody on this planet didn't contribute to this until we have him in custody.
Yeah, and I want to, just reiterate what you just said, that the boyfriend has fully cooperated. Sheriff, I know you have said you believe this culprit could be a serial killer. You said that in the past. Do you still think that could be a reality?
Sure, and again, we're not free to talk about what happened in Los Angeles, but I do think had he had more opportunity there, it would have been a worse crime scene there, similar to what we are investigating in Rachel's case. And, no individuals here, there, or anywhere deserve their life to be ended in such a way. Rachel was a young mom, 5 children, mom, sister, brother, still and looking for answers, looking for this person. I have no doubt in my mind. I've been doing this 40 years. If this guy is not caught, he will do it again.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.